In this WrestleTalk news, is WWE morale low after the Royal Rumble? There's major heat on Shane McMahon after his Rumble return, and WWE has no idea what the plans are for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Sounds about right. Subscribe and enable notifications to Always On for daily wrestling news videos.
Support WrestleTalk!
So this weekend was the most rumbleful time of the year, and like Christmas sometimes is, it was actually pretty boring, and the only thing you can really do is drink an entire bottle of wine about it, or a WHINE about it on Twitter, which plenty of people did in order to voice their frustrations with this year's event. Usually WWE's best being, well, just really quite dull. Perhaps the most exciting thing all show was the WrestleMania sign setting itself on fire, not once, but twice in protest of how boring the entire thing was. Now, PW Insider claimed to have heard from a number of sources within the company that the Rumble was plagued by constant changes to the lineup, the order of eliminations, interactions between the talent and spots. One source noted that the men's match changed 20 times over the course of the days leading up to the event, with many blaming this back and forth as the thing that made the match itself slow and lacking any real excitement, and also being produced just really badly. They missed filming so many eliminations. Now, the same was said of the Women's Rumble match as well. One anonymous talent said that this had left morale incredibly low backstage after the event, stating, "We were all in a whirlwind. Just as you had your role and spots down, everything started over and over, and now most of us were back to square one. It changed again and again and again. It wasn't an easy night, even before we hit the ring." Yeah, of course, because if a 3-hour episode of Raw turns out badly whenever Vince rips up the script on the day of the show, of course the Rumble is, which is a careful marriage of spots, story, and key interactions between 30 different people that's really going to suffer its being bunged together at the last minute. Now, after all the reports of WWE making moves for some Forbidden Door style entrance, legends, and loads of returns, one of the very few surprise entrants in this year's Men's Rumble was just Shane McMahon, the boss's son. I really feel like a few people turned WWE down hard this year. Attach myself to your poison brand? No thank you. In news that requires a little pinch of salt, though they did have a good track record heading into the Rumble with rumours, Ringside News are reporting that there is a substantial amount of heat on Shane O'Mac after the Men's Rumble. They said that Shane was given the role of lead producer and writer for the match and repeatedly tried to book the entire affair around himself and was adamant about putting himself over. I mean, at least that would have been one person featured properly and getting over, so that would be a slight improvement over what we actually got. Now, on the day of the show, Shane was reportedly confrontational. He openly buried Jamie Noble and was fighting everyone to book himself into the final group of wrestlers, which he did. The final four of the Rumble was Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Bad Bunny, and Shane McMahon. A damning picture of what WWE has become. A source reportedly told Ringside News that when Shane is more impactful in the Rumble than Big E or Owens, even people who don't normally complain are complaining loudly today. We've got more on what WWE has planned next for hot up-and-coming star Shane McMahon in just a second after this word from today's sponsor.
Before we get on with the rest of the episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, Undead World Hero Survival, a free-to-play RPG zombie apocalypse game on Android or iOS, which you can download and play now using our links in the video description below. I love zombies. You love zombies. Zombies are fantastic. They're gory. You can kill them in an endlessly cool variety of ways, and they are the perfect motif to explore society's deepest set fears about its own demise. But something happened around May last year where I just didn't feel as into them anymore. I can't remember what it is though, because I blocked it from my memory. So reclaim the awesomeness of zombies and play Undead World now, where you collect, upgrade, and equip your squad of heroes for battle against roving hordes of zombies, and, often even more dangerously, other survivors. Damn you and your sexy scarf, Negan! The cel-shaded animation and character designs are such a cool look to play through, and there's a ton of really fun mini-games too, including, appropriately right now, the Raging Rumble. Seriously, I've never experienced a game where even the menu screen is fun to play, where you just run down zombies in your car. And they're constantly adding new in-game events to keep you challenged, like Astra's Secret Lab right now, where you help Helen gain clues to her mysterious past and powers. Get a grip, Helen! So download and play Undead World for free on Android or iOS using our links below or my QR code on screen now to get get 1,000 free diamonds to kick off your gameplay. And if you enter the code WRESTLE, you'll get an extra 500 diamonds on top. Every click really helps support our channel too. So please do try playing the game. At the very least, you can take out your frustrations on Miz vs Damian Priest. Damn it, it's come back to me now! Support WrestleTalk and support the post-apocalyptic future against roving zombie hordes.
Yeah, if I catch him on the way out, you can see him. Yeah, silly idiot. I gotcha. Here he is. What did you think of the Rumble, Terry? Yeah, that's what he thought. Now, if for some reason the Rumble left you desperate for a second helping of mac and cheese, then you're in luck, because according to Dave Meltzer, Shane is reportedly booked for both the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and WrestleMania 38. Meltzer noted in his Sunday update that Shane is on the Mania card, but as of a few days ago that hasn't been finalised, but Shane did eliminate Kevin Owens though, so yeah, that's what's happening, isn't it? That's what's happening. Done that before, we'll do it again. So look out for more Shane on February 19th in Jeddah. Notably, the last time that Shane was there, he beat Roman Reigns at Super Showdown in 2019. Can't wait. Speaking of Roman, his match with Seth Rollins at the Rumble ended on a bit of a bum note as Roman held the guillotine choke despite Seth making it to the ropes, getting himself disqualified and ending his undefeated pay-per-view streak, which was like 700 days, something like that. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said WWE had Roman Reigns do the post-match chair beat down on Seth Rollins so they would boo him instead of booing the match finish. Now, this might be crazy, folks, but why not just not do the finish instead of having to do something else that would get you booed to stop a boo that you never had to actually start? It's like trying to put out a fire you started with more fire. The DQ did mean, though, that Roman managed to retain his Universal Championship, likely setting up another confrontation with Brock Lesnar, who absolutely walked to victory in the slow-motion men's Rumble match. This leaves a big question mark, though, over what will happen with the WWE Championship that Bobby Lashley won earlier in the night. Well, us fans are not the only ones with the question mark, as according to WrestleVotes on Twitter, Lesnar had to be the winner here. I'm told they legitimately have no idea what the WWE title match at Mania is going to be at this point. Avoid the old pigeonhole. Now, we'll obviously find out tonight who Brock's going to pick as his WrestleMania opponent, but currently the reports all seem to point in the direction of Roman Reigns. And that leaves the WWE Championship in a bit of a weird spot, as it's likely not going to headline a night of WrestleMania, with Ronda Rousey likely getting to main event the other night of the show. Speaking of Rousey, how easy are segues when everything flows together? Her Rumble win gives her the choice of champion to chase heading into WrestleMania. Before the show kicked off, Dave Meltzer noted that WWE are planning to have Ronda and Charlotte Flair go toe-to-toe at this year's Show of Shows. Their final two spots in the Rumble could very well be a nod to this. Fight for Select are now reporting that the word backstage is that Rousey and Flair are penciled in for Mania, with Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair currently being planned for the Raw Women's title bout. Now, Charlotte has reportedly been pushing to work with Rousey for months now, and WWE were intensely keen to get the baddest woman on the planet back into action ASAP after the birth of her daughter. But with Flair versus Rousey reportedly the plan for Mania this year, most people are probably like, yeah, but what about the match that we actually want to see? You know, the one-on-one with Becky Lynch that we were all denied when WWE omni-flared Charlotte into the Mania Triple Threat 3 years ago. Well, Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, gosh, he has been a very busy boy this weekend, said it's in the works. He said, as soon as I did the reporting of the thing, people were just like, it should have been Becky, it should have been me, it should have been Becky, which at one point it was. But the whole thing is that, as best as I can tell, the plan is for Ronda and Becky for the 2023 WrestleMania. So it's not like the match isn't happening. Of course, people can get hurt, people can, like a million things can happen between now and 2023, but that's basically the deal, is that she was going to come in for 2 WrestleManias. And with a new baby at home, people are speculating what Rousey's work rate was going to be like, whether her deal was now part-time, do the Rumble, bosh a Flair, have a break, come back for Mania. Meltz noted that she's in as a regular. I don't know what that means as far as, I don't know what it's going to be every week, but she's going to be a regular member of the roster in the sense that she's going to do the big shows and everything like that. It's not just she's going to come in, put over Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania and go on her merry way. One person not actually that bothered about Rousey returning is Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, who when interviewed by Ariel Helwani of BT Sports said, I already beat her, so I got nothing left to prove. I mean, I'm still holding this championship that she gave me 3 years ago. almost 3 years ago. Becky obviously glazed over her own time off to have a baby of her own there, but the point is their last encounter did end up with Bex going over big time and Rousey disappearing from the company, so what the Mania 2023 encounter will hold could be mega exciting and finally paying off something that we wanted 3 years ago, at the point that it's going to happen 4 years ago. But it is Mania 2022 first, and we already know that Shane McMahon will be sticking around after his Rumble appearance. Bad Bunny can't be there because his tour dates clash, but the Bella Twins may be doing something at Mania 38. Oh yay. According to PW Insider, there is a belief that we'd probably see more with Nikki and Brie Bella for WrestleMania 38.
Brock Lesnar won the Men's Royal Rumble. Ronda Rousey won the Women's Royal Rumble. Shane McMahon was the biggest surprise return.
But Daddy, he's really warm and is sweating over the back seat.
Quiet, child. His father owns the company. Maybe they shouldn't have released half their roster. But WWE are gonna WWE. And here's my review of the 2022 Royal Rumble Premium Live event in about 10 minutes.